Citing irregularities in the election, Kentucky's Governor Matt Bevin is requesting a recanvass of the vote.
And this comes after Democratic challenger Andy Beshear narrowly beat Governor Bevin last night. David Winter shows us what happens next. David.
Well, Cami, Kyle, this really was a close one. The unofficial numbers from the Kentucky State Board of Elections shows Beshear beating Bevin by less than 5,200 votes after 1.4 million votes were cast. That's less than 0.5%. Too close for Bevin to go quietly into the night.
We know there have been thousands of absentee ballots that were illegally counted. That is known, and this again is something that's being looked into. We know that there are reports of people having been turned away, incorrectly turned away from various voting booths around the state.
Governor Bevin calling a late afternoon news conference after earlier this afternoon sending this letter to the Kentucky Secretary of State requesting a recanvass of the vote. It's the first option for Bevin under Kentucky law and very common in a race this close. It basically requires precincts to check their voting machines to make sure they're functioning properly and rechecking the machine results. If that does not satisfy Bevin, he can ask for a recount, which would require literally recounting the paper ballots and combining the results with the machine votes. The last option would be contesting the election, which would be highly unusual and would put the election in the hands of the General Assembly.
There would be something like campaign finance issues.
NKU political science professor Ryan Salzman says there needs to be hard evidence of a major malfeasance to contest an election.
Something that would make it okay to discount all of the votes that have been cast. 1.4 million votes cast. It's going to take something pretty big to have people say, well, we're just not even going to count those now.
Some Bevin supporters say their candidate should take it as far as he can.
I think there possibly could have been some irregularities. I don't know necessarily what those may be, but just where I stand, I feel like there may have been some questionable things that have happened.
This race, this outcome isn't going to change. It's over.
Governor-elect Beshear at a news conference this morning.
It ended last night, and we're going to make sure that we make this transition as smooth as we can because the people of this Commonwealth have needs. And they need their next governor to be ready and to be addressing those needs immediately. I'm done with running for office. It's now time to govern.
Well, Beshear's campaign did send out a press release this afternoon. It stated, "We hope that Matt Bevin honors the results of the recanvass, and a recanvassing has never changed the result of a Kentucky election. Bevin has until next Tuesday to file for a recount or to contest the election." Cami, Kyle.
All right. Thank you, David. And Beshear is already naming members of his transition team. He is scheduled to be sworn in as governor on December 10th.